Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and I would love for you to join me on my journey to bliss on Virgin Voyages French Days and Ibiza nights, departing from Barcelona, adults only. Throughout this video, I will be giving you a walkthrough of the cruise and giving a review on the rooms, restaurants, and entertainment, and overall my personal experiences. Hopefully you enjoy it, and let's get started. So upon entering, they scanned our wristbands. Once they scan your wristbands, you're greeted by some great entertainment. There was one guy that caught my eye. There he goes. Once I saw him, I think his name is Dwayne, I knew the cruise was going to be a good time. We entered via deck 7, but I will show you this floor plan later on in the video. But let's get to the elevators and let's go up to the rooms. My mom and I stayed in room 12338A, the XL suite. So for all my ladies that love to have a lot of items, I will say this bathroom had a lot of storage space under the sinks, which was perfect for me and my mother. We both had our own sides to put all of our items. The shower was a decent size. It included a shampoo, conditioner, and body wash if you forgot any at home. We had an assigned cleaner to clean our room every single day, and they always did an amazing job, and they always accommodated us if we ever needed anything. The room was pretty spacious for my mother and I. We had a lot of space to put our items in the drawers and in the closet. I do love that they incorporate laundry services as well. The pricing will be in that black bag that is currently being shown in the video. Also, they include filtered waters, cups, and a wine opener, as well as a fridge in the rooms. Another perk is that they have a food delivery service called Ship Eats. All you have to do is go online on the app and order the food, and they'll bring it to your room. The bed was super comfortable. It wasn't too hard, it wasn't too soft, and they do provide a blanket on the bed every single day. I love staying in the hammock while the cruise was at sea. It was so relaxing and we didn't feel seasick at all. Each room has an iPad that controls the room temperature, curtains, TV, and room light, which is super convenient because you don't even have to leave your bed to do all of this. I love that. So I met someone on the same floor as me, and he stayed in the Rockstar suite in midship, and his room was so cute. Like, he had like a record player, and he said they would restock the alcoholic beverages every single day, and he was nice enough to give me and my other friend free drinks because he could not finish all the drinks by himself. There was a nice little seating area over here. I wanted to get footage of his bathroom, but I didn't want to be too invasive. But I'll give you a little sneak peek. Look at that see-through window out looking into the room. Ooh la la. Now we are on the 5th floor back of ship at Pink Agave restaurant, which is a Mexican cuisine. You do need a reservation. All you have to do is go on your app to create one. I haven't been on a cruise in a while, but I'm very impressed that this cruise asked us specifically if we had any allergies at every single restaurant before we even ate. I love that, and that just shows how keen they are. And the food, oh my gosh. Oh my God. The Michelin star food, that's one thing I will say about this cruise. They really focus on making sure that everyone is super satisfied with the things that they eat. And the presentation, look at it. Look at the presentation. Like, where do you see this on any other cruise? Like, please explain to me. But no. Oh my God. All of this, 10 out of 10. My favorite restaurant on the boat by far. Everything was just magnifique. Also on deck 5 back of ship, we have Razzle Dazzle. It's a stylish restaurant, and it is open for brunch and for dinner. We did come here for dinner only. We did not get to experience the brunch, unfortunately. I wish we did go, but we did not have enough time to try all these specialized restaurants. I also realized that this cruise is super eco-friendly and sustainable. Not at all did I see one plastic item. So Razzle Dazzle is really known for being veggie conscious. So if you are a vegetarian, I think this is a perfect spot for you to go to and try. Overall, I would give this restaurant an 8.5 out of 10. The food was very flavorful, but it wasn't quite my favorite like Pink Agave. Now let's head to the Red Room, which is on deck 6, front of ship, where all the theatrical performances are being held. These shows were extremely interactive with the audience, and that made it even more entertaining for all of us. I really like that Virgin Voyages made us feel like we are a part of the show, and for that I give them a 10 out of 10. Right next door to the Red Room is the casino. We came here about 2 or 3 times and we won $30, which was pretty nice. We didn't have to use our actual cash, which I loved. We just used our Sailor Loot money, which was obviously provided on our wristbands. Literally just scan it and then you start playing. If you're not familiar with knowing how to use the machines, there are casino attendants around to help you use them. Also, if you don't have any Sailor Loot, you can go to this ATM to take cash out. Next up we have the Manor, which is their nightclub, and let me tell you, it was a good time. I met a lot of amazing people. Even the entrance to the nightclub was super glam. The music and the entertainment was great. It was just different genres, and I was here almost every night. Down the hall from the Manor, we have On the Rocks, which is a bar and lounge with live band performances. I'll be honest, I didn't go to this section much, but it did seem like a great place to just chill, drink your cocktails, and just vibe out to the live performances. Right across from On the Rocks, you have a tattoo parlor, barbershop, hair salon, and nail salon. A little bit further down the hall, you have High Street, which is where all the retail shops are, which has multiple shopping stores. They are a little bit on the pricey side, so keep that in mind when you go here. But if you need something that you've missed in your luggage, I'm pretty sure they have it in this shopping area because there are a lot of stores. So past the shopping stores, we have the Test Kitchen, which is a cooking lab restaurant and experimental bar. Our host Nalia greeted us with a non-alcoholic shot with honey, cinnamon, and ginger, and it was super refreshing. She was sweet enough to give us a quick tour of the restaurant right before she seated us. And every single server did dress up as if they were in an actual lab, which I thought was pretty interesting. So at this restaurant, the servers did an amazing job at explaining in detail about each and every dish that we ate. I have never experienced a 5-star experience on a cruise like this before when it comes to food. They really take their time, and honestly, I give this place a 10 out of 10. The food was so delicious, and it was just so different from anything I've ever had before. Next door on the other side is Extra Virgin, which is a casual elevated Italian restaurant and bar. Let's head on up to the 7th floor. Now this is the Sip Lounge. This area is also known as the Champagne Lounge. It's very glitz and glam. It's a perfect spot, actually, in my opinion, for introverts because it's very secluded away from all the action compared to other spots on the boat. Now we are on deck 7 midship, and this is where we actually entered the cruise originally. in the beginning of the video. Just a side note, but can we appreciate that each and every individual section that we've seen so far is just totally different, has a different style, a different ambiance and vibe? I don't know, what do you guys think? Are you liking it so far? Let me know down in the comments below. This is the Grounds Cafe. It's like a mini coffee and pastry shop. You do have to pay, but they have free coffee on the boat as well. But consider it as like a little Starbucks. Down the hall is the social club where you can play arcade games and board games. This was a good spot to get a quick hearty snack and or drinks if you needed them, but I preferably love to come here for the wings. I just love arcades. They just have such a nostalgic feeling, just playing car racing games and Pac-Man and Street Fighter. It was just so good to just be back in my element and feel like a little kid again. Right next to the arcade is the Loose Cannon Bar. So down the hall from the social club is the Dock House. This is a great place to just unwind, relax, just like every spot on the boat, but this one has more of like a Mediterranean feel. I did spend more time in this lounge specifically because of the ambiance. I really like the Grecian Mediterranean feel, and I'm really just into modern and contemporary style, preferably. So now we are entering the outdoor area of the dock, and it's an outdoor eatery, bar, and social lounge. What I loved about this place is that they have multiple servers that just come to you. You can seat yourself anywhere you want to go, and you would just lift up your sign and they would come to your table to assist you. They even include day beds, so definitely take advantage of that while you're on this cruise. We ordered every single tapas on the menu, and overall it was so delicious. But the only one that I didn't like was the goat cheese polenta, but overall I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Right next to the dock is the Wake, which is a steak and seafood restaurant. At this restaurant, they serve brunch and dinner. The Wake is a specialized restaurant, so again, like I mentioned in the beginning, it's so important to create a reservation. While I was doing the tour, I immediately fell in love with the windows. I'm very into floor-to-ceiling windows. It just makes for great scenery and great views. And for that reason, I decided to come here for brunch. Now, the food was a bit bland. I was surprised compared to the other restaurants. The French toast was my favorite part of the meal, and I'm sorry, but I have to give this restaurant a 6 out of 10. I'm really shocked, but I will say I really enjoyed the views. It was very spectacular. Now let's head back to midship to the pizza place, where fresh pizzas are made and you can include your own toppings. Now, I am not joking when I say everything is freshly made. They literally make your own personalized pizza every time you walk in. Nothing is out and about for you to order. Everything is just simply fresh and made for you. They do have vegan options, what I thought was amazing. They give you a buzzer to inform you when your food is ready if you decide to eat in the restaurant. They have an outdoor area as well if you don't want to sit in and just want to enjoy the views. Right next door to the pizza place is Lick Me Till Ice Cream, and I ate here so much the worker remembered my name. I'm not supposed to be eating dairy, but I risked my stomach for it all. In this side section to the left is the Draught House. This is where they have a variety of beers. I do not drink beer, so I did not spend any time here, but if you're a beer lover, I think this is a great section for you. Further up on deck 7 is the groupie, which is in front of the ship, and these are karaoke rooms. Now this was pretty interesting for me because I have never experienced karaoke rooms in a cruise. Usually you're singing in front of a lot of different people, but I like that they incorporated individual rooms for people who are just very shy. Don't panic. For the people who do like to sing in front of a live audience, there are opportunities on the boat where you can sing in front of people. But for me, I like to sing in the room. Now let's head upstairs to the Galley, which is an assorted market food hall that has no buffets. Yeah, I said it right. No buffets here. Everything is strictly made fresh. Whatever you order, they make the food right in front of you and the service delivered to you. Also, I like that they give you the option to take your food to go. This was the outdoor eating area for the Galley, and I love a good view. So you know I was out here every single morning eating my breakfast and enjoying the views. Like, look at this. Next door to the Galley, we have Gunbae Korean Barbecue, where you get to play interactive games with your group and the server. This was by far the most entertaining restaurant that I've been to on this boat. One downfall about this restaurant is that you do have to wait for your whole table to be filled in order to be served, but that was okay. I was really excited to eat here, so I didn't mind waiting. Our server was so kind. She started us off with some free sake. After that, we did play games and then we started eating, but we basically got an assorted meal where we got a little bit of everything on the menu. The service, the food, and the drinks, 10 out of 10. As you leave Gunbae, you're going to see some more food shops in the Galley area. There is another coffee shop in the Galley area, but unfortunately you do have to pay for this coffee. Again, it's like a Starbucks, but it's totally worth it. Right across from the Galley is the gym. Now this is the cardio side of the gym. In this area specifically, they have a lot of treadmills, ellipticals. They even have a place for you to stretch. They have spin classes. There's a perk. All the fitness classes are totally free. All you have to do is sign up on the app and you just attend. So now we're about to enter the outdoor area where there is a pool, jacuzzis, and a bar. So on this side, they call it the well-being pool area. It's a little bit more small and intimate. They have 2 jacuzzis on each side. They also have a small little pool that you see right now. It is heated. It's not as hot as the jacuzzi, but it's really nice to stay in. It is a little tinier than I expected it to be. They do have servers walking around to provide you with drinks anytime you need them. On the other side of the boat, there is another gym. Now we are about to enter the weight room. I wish I spent more time in the gym, but I honestly didn't. I think there was just not enough time, or not enough days, I should say, on this boat to do a little bit of everything. The balance studio is right next to the weight room, so it's a perfect place to stretch and do yoga. As you leave the weight room, we're now on the other side where the larger pool is. This side has way more lounge chairs and beds, and they also provide fresh towels for you right across from the bar. The pool is a little bit smaller than I expected it to be for such a large boat. There are so many people on this cruise, so I was really expecting something a little bit bigger. But overall, I did have a good time on this side. There was just so much entertainment going on. I just really love that you can just let loose and not have any care in the world. The entertainers had so much energy, and they just made it even more fun, and they were also incredibly sweet. And I told you, I knew the minute I saw him, he would be the life of the party. But now let's head on up to deck 16 and see what else they have up there. Now this area was a little bit quiet. I would call it more of like the loungy area where you just want to be away from the noise. You're still near it, but you're still wanting to just have a little bit of alone time. This is a good spot for you near the pool area. So typically on each side of the cruise, they will have these seated areas, and they will have additional lounge chairs for you to sit in, and they would call it the Sun Club Sanctuary. Now this is for the people who love to sunbathe. So if you need a spot to sunbathe and not by the pool area, deck 16 is the perfect spot for you. Further up on deck 16, front of ship, there are more lounge chairs, more bars, and they also have a Sun Club cafe. This wasn't the typical cafe, but it was like a poke bowl style eatery. So in this area particularly, if you're not into working out indoors, this is a great spot for anybody that likes to work out outdoors. They have a multitude of workout activities that you can do in this specific area. Now we're approaching the athletic club, aka the adult playground. And no, get your mind out the gutter, not that type of playground. It's basically a place where you can feel like a little kid again. There were seesaws, there were hammocks that look like swings, and they also had a basketball court. Now, me and my mom did play at the basketball court, and guess what? I lost. Go figure. I definitely need to practice more, but I loved coming here for a quick game of fun. And now we are approaching the athletic club bar. So quick story time. As I was doing my tour for the cruise, I noticed that in this specific area, they were doing a solo traveler event for anybody who traveled by themselves to this boat. So I figured, hey, why not meet new people on this cruise who share the same interests as me and I don't regret it. I'm so glad I went to this solo event by myself. There were so many solo travelers on this boat that we had to create a WhatsApp group specifically so we can keep in contact throughout the duration of our trip. So if you are a solo traveler, I totally recommend you going to that solo meetup spot because you will meet so many people around the world. So that's just my recommendation. And now we are headed up to deck 17, which is the jogging track. So the track that they incorporated was pretty nice because you didn't really have to feel forced to go to the gym. But if you just want to have a nice brisk walk without seeing many people, this is a good spot for you. And this is where the Virgin Voyages sign is, so you can definitely get your photo ops in. Now here are some highlights of the trip. My favorite night was Scarlet Night. This was the night where basically everyone wears red on the boat and it's like a huge pool party. If you do go on the cruise, I highly recommend you bring a scarlet red outfit so you can join the festivities. Another highlight of mine was Pajama Night, so be sure to bring your favorite pajamas so you can enter into the contest. Well, that concludes my walkthrough and review. I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. I've met so many people. I felt like this cruise was very sustainable. The staff was so friendly and accommodating. The food was delicious. I have no complaints. The fact that it was adults only, that just won me over completely. By far the best cruise I've ever been on, and no, I'm not paid to say this. But guys, if you can go on this cruise, I highly recommend it for solo travelers, couples, groups of friends. It's just a good time. You're gonna feel like a kid again, honestly, and just let go of all the worries that you have in the world. So I highly recommend that you go, and thank you so much for watching, and let me know what your thoughts were as well down in the comments. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.